In the last video, we saw how to use keep and drop functionalities. So till now we have not executed any of the programs. So in this video, I'll just tell you how you can install SAS from SAS website and how you can start practicing on the online SAS platform. So guys, let's start. First of all, for downloading the SAS, what you need to do is you need to go to SAS University website. That is how I have written this, like download SAS for MacBook, because I am using the MacBook. Whatever is your system, you can use it for that particular OS. So I have clicked here download SAS University edition, and here full guidance is there. So I have given this link in the previous video as well. Now I have clicked on Mac OS X. Then here all the steps are given. First you need to download the virtual box, then you need to download the SAS University edition, then you need to import it into the virtual box, and then you have to start using the SAS University edition. So that is how you can use the SAS on the online platform and you can start practicing. All the steps are given in the website. So guys, don't waste any time. Start downloading and start using for your practicing. Okay, so this is about the download. If you find any difficulty, you can comment, and I can take a detailed video on the downloading part. Right now I don't feel like, because if you are learning SAS, I believe you are intelligent enough to download and use SAS. Okay, so this is how it looks after we downloaded the virtual box and we start using the SAS on the online platform. This is how the program window looks like. So if I talk about SAS Windows, you will have a code window. This is the code window where you can write and execute your code. This is the log window where you can see if there are any errors coming in or any warnings coming in, or nowadays SAS has increased the functionality and there are notes as well. So here the SAS will tell you that how many observations were read from a particular data set, how many observations were written to a particular data set. So that's how it goes. We will cover this part, don't worry. Next window is a result window. Here some of the SAS codes result you will be able to see. We will come to this part as well, on which particular SAS codes we will be able to see the results. Then the next window is the output data window. Here whatever table we will create, whatever output will be generated out of a SAS code, you will be able to see all the outputs in the output window, right? So let's begin. So just ignore this part, we have not covered the libname part. So I'll just briefly tell you what is this libname will do. This will just store my things in a permanent library. So we understand what is permanent library and what is a temporary library. So I have defined a permanent library learning here. That's all this libname statement is doing. We will take it in the later sessions. Now here I have written data learning dot program. You know what these statements do? This statement will create a dataset program in the library learning that I have defined in the first line. Then I am creating my own dataset. We will also cover this part. Since I was not able to find any of the datasets that is already stored in the SAS library, I have to create my own dataset. Just for example, I have created a very small dataset. I will take this in the later session. We will just understand what we have covered so far. So here if I check line 14, it says data A set learning dot program run. If you remember, this was the very first program that we wrote. So what this program is doing, it will do nothing. It will just create a data set that is A. It will copy all the contents of program into A. That's it. That's all this program is doing. Second, we learned in the previous session, we learned to create new columns age, month, and we created new columns fee underscore new and a static column X. So I'll just quickly run this part. Yeah. So here if you see what it will do, it will create three columns: ID, age and fee. So ID will contains this part, age will contain this part, and fee will contain all of these inputs, this input. So if you check the output now, it says ID is a column, age is a column and fee is a column. So I have created my own table. Now this part, what this part is doing, this is just copying the contents of learning.program into A. We will just run this part and see. That's it. Now what it says, it will look like exactly the program dataset, but if you check here, the table is work.a. That means it is a temporary dataset getting created in the work library. The name is A. So A will exactly look like the program dataset, right? Now let's see what this part is doing. If I run this part, yeah. So now you saw we created two new columns, that is age, month and fee underscore new, and x equals to 10. So this is the three columns that we created newly will be showing up in the newly created dataset. That is, this ID, age and fee were already there. Age, month is the new column and this fee underscore new is the new column, and the x is the static column. So you see, we said that in x we will be having the static value of 10. So for all the rows it is showing up as 10. So this is how we can create new columns. Okay. Then we talked about keep and drop functionalities of SAS. Here I am creating a new dataset, that is B. Data A, I am just copying all the contents of A into B, and in B I am saying just keep the columns age, month and fee underscore new. That's it. And in the set statement I have already said drop X. So in my B, what will I have? I will just have these two columns. Let's run it and see. So this is my B, this is called work.b, and I only have two columns, that is age underscore month and fee underscore new. That's all.